hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey.
Hey, hey,
Uh,
hey.
hey,
Hey, Nay Ray.
Hey,
Yeah.
neighbor, the girls was on time. She's an on time. Yes.
We may have been, we just a couple minutes late because we were waiting on a special guest.
Emphasis on
comma.
special.
But he will be joining us a bit later. But that's okay. Well, how you doing, my brothers?
Great.
Stunning.
That's
Today
right.
is Tyra Banks Appreciation Day.
Correct. Correct. Today is Tyra Banks Appreciation Day. And as an artist, I am in my new era. If y'all remember how Picasso had eras or periods, I am in my lime green period. So you will be seeing me in a lot of lime green. I'm about to wear y'all out. So
Uh-oh.
Okay.
yes, but we're doing good.
Okay. I'm down for the lime green. That used to be my color in like high school. And I used to try to get sneakers all the time and get some like lime green shoelaces or have like a lime
Mm.
green Nike check or something.
Mhm.
I used to love some lime green.
It's one of my favorite colors.
Yes.
I'm reclaiming my line.
I like that. Reclaiming my lime.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the Parkers Couch and Quentin Wear, the fashion doll,
Warehouse.
the warehouse. There
Yes,
we go.
honey.
I'll
Welcome
say
to
with
the
the
church.
now.
This is a critical viewing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And as the people are pulling up, make sure you're doing all the things, liking, sharing, subscribing. And what they gotta do, Quentin? If they got the power to do it, what you always say.
Like, hype,
Hi.
comment,
There we go.
share.
Yes, height.
I think I said it all. But yes, honey, like it and hype it. Hype it up. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We are going to be talking about the Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model documentary, the 3-part series. Baby, when I cut this thing on, I said it was like at 10 o'clock or something, and I had time in between meetings that I had a call. I said, "Oh, I'm watching this thing straight through."
Yeah.
Already, like
Straight
it
through.
had me going. I thought it was very well done. It wasn't like
Mhm.
slow or boring or anything. It was interesting. I thought it was unbiased. You was getting all sides of everything to kind of form your opinion
Yep.
of what people think, and the opinions are varied. You know
Mhm.
about this.
And I think, but Mr. J, I think I heard this recycled version of his story 1,000 times already. Like it was very much given same tea.
Mr. J, and I'm sure we'll get more in depth into it. Mr. J's story was reminding me of the girls that did the lawsuit with Lizzo. And it
Mm.
was just sometimes I think people just don't get you might have more of a close relationship with business, but at the end of the day, this is business, and show business is definitely business. And I think the girls be getting so wrapped up in personal feelings and relationships. This business, darling. And I kept thinking the drag race, girl, all the shows switch up the judges. Like the girls be thinking they too special. Bye, girl.
No, I'm not gonna be that hard on that part,
Bye,
but
girl.
I get, I
Bye.
get, I think well, we'll get there. We'll get there. I don't know if I want to say that because I think it's more about the way it kind of happened, especially if you're the rich. I would feel away. I ain't gonna lie. I would feel away.
We'll get
We'll
there.
get there. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the pieces once we get there to that. But my brother has like 2 pages of notes.
Yeah.
So he,
Come on.
I'm gonna let him. He gonna be directing
Come
the
with
conversation because he
Yeah.
got it all.
Come with it, friend.
I, y'all know ever since we've been in Clubhouse and our special guest loves to go in on Miss Tyra Banks. I all my as long as I can remember, I've always been a big fan of Tyra Banks. From being a model, I always watched the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I loved her on Fresh Prince. Like I feel like she was one of the supermodels who actually took acting seriously, and then the other girls wanted to follow. But I've always loved me some Tyra Banks. I'm tired of fighting for her. Feel like I have to fight for Tyra Banks the same way I have to fight for Beyonce. But I'm ready, honey.
But brother, you know that's my Sagittarius sister, right?
I know she a Sagittarius. Now, I will say this: it be the Sagittarius men who really be acting up because y'all know I love Nene and I like Christina Aguilera. She a Sag, and I like Britney
Britney
Spears, and
Spears,
she
the Sag.
crazy, but she. So I like the Sag women. It's the men that's the problem.
I know two that you don't like.
Candace. I know that one. I was like, who the other one?
I forgot if Candace was a Sag.
From Salt Lake City.
Sag in Salt Lake City. Meredith? Or no?
Met a friend. What's her name again? Crazy girl.
Oh,
Lisa.
The one to be singing.
Lisa Barlow.
Lisa Barlow.
Lisa Barlow.
Yes. And then y'all know I can't stand pissy. Tim, I love Miley Cyrus.
Oh yes, love Miley.
That's my 92 sister. We love her.
We're not gonna do that, Tim. We ain't gonna go there. We're gonna leave that alone.
We all know it says y'all don't like him. That could be a dead bitch for all I care.
Oh gosh, I didn't like that you always had to choose. I felt like, why was it people trying to make you make a choice with liking Tyra or Naomi?
Yeah.
It's like you had to choose one of the two to like. Like you couldn't appreciate both of them and all these things.
Well,
if you had that
both of them. I was one of the ones.
At that time, that's what like. I was like, that's all fine. Now I know how you feel about Miss Naomi, and rightfully so, with things you learn and stuff. And I don't fuck with her now.
I'm just talking about
we talk about
the runway strictly, not her politics.
Going back, we ain't got all this social media. You ain't got all this stuff. You just seeing these glimpses, and you like, who is this fabulous woman?
Yeah, I always chose Tyra, and I don't know why. And maybe it was I don't know. Maybe I just related to Tyra more, but I just always liked Tyra more.
You like all American girls.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you. Yes, I love it. So you're in the camp with us. We like them both.
Yes.
Y'all team Tyra. That's fine. That's fine. Tyra always made me laugh.
How the girls coming to the live?
Yes.
Tyra is funny. Like she does have talent.
Absolutely.
She has multiple talents that other people may not have. She's not just a pretty face.
Yeah.
She's smart. She's smart, very business savvy.
Yes.
Even if you don't like her, you have to appreciate that she is talented.
Yes. And I think that's one thing that I really liked. Like, aside from her being pretty and being a model, she was like, honey, I'm doing all the things. I'm about to be in this movie. I'm about to be down to the Fresh Prince with Will Smith. She was doing the things. Like, and then once her TV show came out, I live for Tyra Banks. I had some of Tyra Banks ice cream where you could still buy it in the States. I live for Tyra.
I went to ice cream. Ice cream was actually good.
It was
some good ice cream. Well, you know what? And to get into the documentary, I do like how it set it up, how it started. Like with the COVID binge watching.
That's true.
How like when all this stuff really started forming, because it aired first in like 2003 or so, way back then, early. We look up. I wish I should have looked up the date before we came able to see whatever it started.
I'm looking it up now.
But I think that's important. When people think about these conversations, that you're looking back that far into something and things were going.
May 2003.
And that is so the beginnings of reality TV.
You're asking nuance from people who don't know what nuance means.
Right. That's true. So beginning, and I think it's so many elements outside of just the story of like what happened, but just TV itself and what was and how they were creating reality and what it was going to become. They didn't know what this thing was. Nobody knew.
Right.
Everybody's flying by the seat of their pants and making it up kind of as they go.
I mean, executives were outwardly just racist and blatant. It's like,
Uh,
no, you cannot have this, that, or the other. We need this specifically. There is
I
no.
just watched. What year was this? I just watched a video on YouTube that said for the movie Drumline that let's say they gave them, and this came out in 2002. Let's say they gave them $15 million. They wanted an extra $5 million. They said if y'all want an extra $5 million, y'all have to cast a white person. Like y'all need to have a white person being one of the stars. And that was in 2002. So I just think these young people, these Gen Z people, no shade to y'all, but y'all love to be social justice warriors, but in practice, y'all don't know what it means and y'all don't read books and like y'all don't be getting the context of stuff, and that's why y'all was making all this fuss over
Absolutely. That was crazy. Like you said, when it was going through all the networks and getting shut down. When they got that, when
let's Moonves.
Yes, Moonves said when they tried to get the Latino girl in there, he was like, no, absolutely not. We're not having that in here. Like,
and they said Tyra was fighting, like, oh, I want this girl, and he was like, do you want this show or not? Like those were the consequences back then. You could stand up, and she did, but it meant nothing.
Yeah, there were times there, and we, and that continues to evolve. And I have my opinion of slip ups and my critiques of that and everything, but
you also got to remember the culture. Like everything was about tabloids and
absolutely
hot sensational sex tapes, and the president, for God's sake, getting a blowjob in the White House. It was just sensational stuff. It was crazy stuff.
Everything was sensational.
Harvey Weinstein was running rampant in 2003. This was his era. Like for all the Gen Z people, I need y'all to, and I'm not saying that it's okay, but being in Hollywood and working in TV, are you crazy? The 90s, early 2000s, this when the girl bye. and like that, we're gonna get to it, but that wasn't okay what happened to Kenya. But when I was listening to it, it was just like, well, girl, for the time, they didn't think nothing about it.
Yeah, smile and grin, like boy, get off of me. We had to play with them. It's like it's sexual assault, but you gotta play it off. It was terrible for women.
Yes, a lot of that shoot. You even being a boy in high school. How many times you got sexually assaulted?
Every day of my
rubbing
life.
On that big booty.
Every day.
I'm screaming.
Not a day that didn't go by. Men and women.
Oh, yes. This is true too. They brought up Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake and the FCC for context for TV. That was good. I think that was talking about with the Shandy situation. We gonna get into that.
Get into that. Absolutely.
Where do we want to start?
I was just about to say, what's the first thing on your notes there, or where do you want to start? What made you take your first note?
What we're talking about right now actually makes sense.
Perfect.
But I have wrote down different things. I wrote down, I guess, just for context of the time. Yes, for context of the time, I wrote down that the 2000s were all about heroin chic. I said similar to now with Ozempic. Tyra,
true.
I said Tyra was an inspiration just existing. Before she even did this show, just her being a model, being on TV, being the first model on Sports Illustrated, all of these things. I was like, this don't even be the conversation around her, all the first and all the impact she had. Y'all want to talk about this stuff in the semantics with TV. And then before we even get to the stuff, as a gay man, this just what I thought about, because they didn't, and I said this to y'all, Miss J and Mr. J said they were my early gay representation. I watched this show from the first season, and I said, these men walked so Derek J and Lawrence on Atlanta, they walked so they could be on TV. Because it wasn't no black men on TV looking like Mr. J before Mr. J. So all the gay girls who just jumping on this bandwagon who want to break Tyra down, you need to thank Tyra because she helped us see ourselves before we was even thinking about it. She definitely helped me, did it. That's what
And
I
that was all
first looked
Tyra.
at.
That was all Tyra. Whenever she was working with Ken Mock, who we talked about doesn't get enough.
Please.
That people don't be
He
saying
gets
nothing
a
about
huge
him.
pass.
But he gets a huge pass in all of this. But you know, whenever she was bringing up the suggestions of casting and who she wants and who needs to do this, she introduced us to. I mean, we would not know Miss J at all, teaching all these girls how to walk. We would not know anything about that.
And truth be told, my favorite parts of the show was when Miss J was on the screen.
Period.
Yes. Girls Fulfill.
Yes.
And you got to think of like Miss J really opened the doors for a lot of the androgynous type of people that exist now.
Correct.
Like people on TikTok in the wigs and all this kind of stuff and the makeup. Miss J did that for you guys.
Saucy Santana.
Yes.
My mother didn't like me watching this show because she was like, which is so ironic because my mother was all into beauty and fashion, but she didn't want me to watch the show about beauty and fashion. But I don't remember, they said stuff about people were writing and stuff. I don't remember this being a talking point about Mr. J when I was a kid. When I went to school, everybody watched Top Model. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but at least the girls are like the boys who we probably knew was gonna be gay. We was all watching Top Model. I just don't remember. Y'all were a little older. Do y'all remember that being a thing? I don't remember people even being. It was just like whatever.
What you talking about having them being
On
out?
TV?
No, I mean people. I know love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it made sense though, and for the network, even when they got in that part when it was like, you know, we need a white man, we need a white face in here, we need somebody straight. You know, after them first couple of seasons and things like that, because it made sense for that to be uncomfortable to people on TV because they're not used, they don't see it. But yeah, I don't remember it being a thing necessarily, but we didn't have social media.
We didn't have social media back then.
And we didn't have all this stuff. We lived in our own kind of bubbles of where we were in the world then.
True. And then I guess we just and speaking of representation, they didn't talk. I guess they did talk about this some, but even Ebony, and I forgot about that. Who was on there? She was a lesbian. She was in a lesbian relationship. They talked about that, and then we also got into. I don't know if y'all want to talk about that now. We also got into Ebony with the eczema piece and the ashy piece and the colorism.
Well, Ebony is kind of like the first, to me, one of the. I mean, they talked some about Shannon, but I think they got into Ebony's, if I remember right, story a little bit more before Shannon's there or something. But that we could talk about Ebony. If our other counterpart shows up, we can always back up and get into the people. But yeah, let's talk about Ebony.
Well, before we get into that piece with the Ebony thing, I was shocked they didn't really talk about the Christian angle and that was a big thing during the season. And I know a lot of people talk about that. That was something that was controversial about the hard Christian versus the lesbian. And there's definitely some tension in the house that was really, I think, they kind of set Ebony up because they had both those Christian girls in there, the black Christian girl and Shannon.
They only had that one. They only showed the one little comment or something.
It was like she said some shady stuff to her.
They did, and they did glaze up and out.
Yeah,
and those Christian girls had issues with a lot of stuff because I remember they wouldn't even do the nude shoot.
Exactly. Yeah, they had a bunch of issues.
And you find that in a lot of early reality TV in general, anytime a gay person was on there, it was always met with some kind of Christian resistance. Even all through the Real World, we saw that early on. It was always that kind of pushback like that.
Yes.
And that, which is a reality. It is covered. It's a reality show. Those are the things
but
that
I feel
happen.
bad for Ebony because I felt like they just threw all this stuff at her.
Yes.
Like she had to fight a lot of
Yes.
stuff outside of just the competition.
I just want to read this. Monet said, y'all should watch Oliver's interviews. They're really good. They go in depth and talk about production a lot. Production used to be playing with the girls' food, so they would fight. I'm actually not interested because that's every reality show.
Yeah.
And while I was watching this, I just kept thinking, literally one of my last notes was, these girls are slow. And I put slow in all caps. These girls are slow. I said same things happen on Drag Race. Like I don't want to hear that piece. Because if it's that bad, do a lawsuit. Sue them. Just like the girls on Bravo or whatever was trying to sue them. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, they do. Like I listened to the interview he had with Eugenia, and it was definitely like a Drag Race. One of the Drag Race girls mad at RuPaul. It was given that.
Yeah. And I can see that, like that is and this is early in reality TV, so it's the beginnings of that, which would be new. That's probably like a definitely a culture shock when you're the first ones kind of going through this.
Oh, it's always the first season.
Yeah,
you're a guinea pig.
You're a guinea pig and stuff
Yeah.
with that. And I can see that, but you got to look back now, knowing the context that we know now, how reality works. It fits in with how all reality is done. It's like not any different. So I wouldn't lay that
Ken Mott, because he's one of the inventors of the strategy.
Right,
So-
exactly. He's the one that was like, oh no, we need to have 10 people in the house and we need to da-da-da-da-da. Exactly.
Remember, Tyra was a model. She wasn't TV. She didn't like this production, how to make TV work. That's a whole different element. So you relying on a lot of people. A lot of productions made that stuff happen.
And also with Ebony, I'm not saying that it's okay, but this was 2003. Gay people was not, we were starting to be on TV, but it still was not that big of like that common. And then when it was white gay people, like on Will and Grace or Ellen on that show. We were not seeing black gay women, and then definitely not a feminine gay black woman who was dark skinned and bald head. Like, that was just a lot. And again, not saying that it was okay. But if you look at everything else on TV, since y'all had so much time to watch stuff, go watch Moesha and the Parkers and Girlfriends and One-on-One. Every show had gay jokes. Every show, like, this was just the time. Like, hello? But I'm sorry she went through that, but I just don't feel like all of that wasn't on them. They can't control what them girls saying to her.
I would say what I felt, the one I think the biggest connection with me with on the show was Ebony from the documentary.
Okay.
Where I feel like Tyra was wrong, even though it's early on in this journey and everybody's learning and figuring out. But it was just flat out wrong. Like what this girl went through, like the whole haircut piece, them mocking her right there in the chair, doing all this stuff, not having the appropriate stuff for her texture hair. Like
the girl's like, can you wipe your hands whenever you oil your skin because the knobs are getting greasy? The way I would have windmill and knock them bitches out. No, ma'am. Like, she put up with some shit.
And then, even did the attitude piece. And even Tyra said, like, oh, like, you got an attitude, like, you ashy, all these things. That was aggressive.
Yeah. He said, she's harsh. She said, oh, she's harsh.
And more Simmons.
Yes.
Oh, that raggedy ass bitch. Ooh.
But that's also coming from a black lady who have Asian. And then I also just wanted to say this because my mother dealt with eczema. People are very ignorant to people having eczema and different skin stuff. Because I know people that think eczema is a contagious thing, and that's not contagious. You can't touch nobody and get eczema. But they were just ignorant. Like them a panel of bitches that probably ain't, half of them ain't graduate high school. They don't know nothing but Chanel and Manolo Blahniks. So when I was watching it, I was like, this bogus, but these just some dumb hoes that don't know what eczema is. Talking about you ashy.
And I felt like in a documentary, my interpretation, I don't know how everybody else felt, but I just felt like Ebony was just speaking the truth, and it was just that or what happened. It didn't seem like it was still holding something over her. Like she was lighthearted in the interview. She was smiling, doing all this, and like this was the time. Like this is what happened to me, and everything. But some of the stuff she said she hasn't even thought about since it happened, or even talked about it since then. So I can appreciate that much more because I feel like that's real. She's just telling her experience, and I don't think, for me, that can't be argued like what she went through.
Yeah,
that wasn't right. I don't think necessarily.
I agree. I just think people watching at home and watching the documentary probably putting 20 on 10. But no, I agree. And that situation makes me think of when Michelle Visage told Dita Ritz, "Ooh, girl." Now I think she actually was ashy. But you a white lady telling this black girl like, "Ooh, girl, you need to lotion up." It was giving.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember that. So, like the Ebony piece, that's the one for me that I think it's about the only. I'm trying to remember the other ones. I got some I feel about the other ones, but the Ebony piece, I felt her on that one. But
in Kenya,
it's also season. Yeah, yes, that one piece for Kenya. Yeah, it is season 1. They're learning. Like I don't know how people can't give grace in these situations too. Like everybody's figuring this stuff out. What's going on?
Yeah,
I would say that Jenna's ass was a problem. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Then, she was definitely bitter, and even today, it still doesn't sit right with me. Her with the stuff she was saying on the show. I was mad back then,
right?
And half the stuff she said.
He was the one who tipped me up. You could tell Tyra didn't like her either. You could tell.
This is why I have notes about Janice as well. I put Janice was the problem more than anyone, and then I put in all caps, hate her. And I put she made transphobic comments, racist comments, and fat shame. If anybody did that, it was definitely Janice Dickinson. And but again, the girls don't have the same smoke for her that they have for Tyra. But she was the one like blatantly, overtly being offensive.
Yeah.
And ain't she the same one that lied? Didn't she lie with the Bill Cosby stuff?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if she lied, but she was definitely one of the victims that came forward.
Oh, I thought the people were saying she was lying about somebody.
And it happened a long time ago, Quentin. I don't know.
And she was a cokehead anyway, so she don't know who was in her kitty cat.
Yes, she was. Now that was mean. Now she was mean, but I do like it. That reminded me of some pieces in that, and I think the original vision, and even Mr. J was talking about this and Tyra and stuff. Like, not all aspects of the fashion world are pretty.
No,
and we want to give them these inside looks to all the sides of the fashion world.
Exactly,
and you're gonna meet a lot of Janice Dickinsons. And that they're gonna have these opinions that are not cool at all.
Yeah,
but that's what it is.
This my point, and this why I don't watch it. But of course not go in on the white lady who is very clearly the problem. We're gonna say all the energy for the black girl who gave us a chance. Like, girl, bye. All the grace that people have for men who be assaulting people, like I'm not gonna shade him, and he not even on here yet. But like people we know. Oh, and here he is. Look at that,
right on time.
You know, people like to take up for abusers. No, take up for Tyra.
I ain't taking up for that lady. That lady is full of shit. That lady is full of shit.
Can we give you an introduction?
Yes, we can.
Are you not coming on camera?
No, I'm not.
Are you? You must not be ready to be America's Next Top Model.
I'm not.
Of course, it will be.
So what have we covered? What have we covered, ladies and gents?
Everyone, welcome our guests. We don't usually have guests on our lives, but we have one of our friends from Clubhouse, Roland. Y'all might have seen him arguing with people on YouTube before, but we are always
don't mind my mother.
We are always arguing with this man about top models, so we said we had to bring him in. And all
Yes.
we really talked about was the inception of the show, Miss Ebony, and the little Janice Dickinson. And I was about to bring up Shannon. Shannon was
So,
next.
so let me speak on Ebony. Did you catch the part where she said they told her she was too ashy?
Yes.
What?
Yes, we just-
How's that?
What?
Oh,
A,
Jesus.
a room full of white people, and you're telling a black woman she is ashy. The audacity of you.
You are correct on that one, my brother.
Roland, my assessment that Ebony has my foot. Like I'm on Ebony's side on this whole thing. I'm with everything that happened to Miss Ebony.
That was trash.
And I don't disagree. I just want to give the people in the room some grace because my mother dealt with eczema bad as a kid, and I know people that deal with it. And people don't be knowing what eczema is, and people are very rude to people with eczema, and they be thinking it's a contagious thing. So I just said that to say I don't think that they knew she had eczema. I think they really was just like this girl coming out here looking like Dita Ritz. And she actually had a medical condition. Dita
I
Ritz was
disagree. I disagree with that. I have watched
For
this
sure.
show over and over and over and over and over. I can tell you who got eliminated, when, where, why, how, and
What
what
does
the
that have
problem
to
is.
do with them knowing if she had eczema?
So she said in one of the episodes, I have really bad skin. They have talked to me about it over and over and over and over and over. So if she said they knew, they even said it to her in the episode that she got eliminated. And even before that, when she was in the bottom before that. So they knew. So them not knowing that she had eczema problems is bullshit to me.
I want to say one other thing. Saying you have bad skin is not the same as saying you have eczema. I heard them say that she had bad texture skin. That's still not acknowledging that you have eczema. You can have craters and have bad texture skin. That don't mean you have eczema. And two, it doesn't seem like this is something that she was had a. Let me finish. Again, my mother dealt with this real bad. It don't seem like it was something that she had a handle of because she didn't even have the stuff for it. It seemed like she got the stuff for the eczema while she was on the show.
I'm sorry.
So all I'm
I,
saying is, one, to be a model, everybody know if you want to be a model, your skin got to be together. Hello, whatever your condition is. So I'm not saying that was okay for them to say that she was ashy, but you also should have came on this show and had your skin condition together.
can we read this comment?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, by the way.
Hi, Ashy. What magazine covers or runways was she going to walk down at the time with her skin condition?
Really, Bree?
Well, she went a different way, but girl, you should have came on the show with that together. You should have already had your salve and your hydrocortisone, all of that. That should have already been together.
I can't co-sign that.
Hi everyone.
Hey. Hey, what's up, bro? Line. Yeah.
Hey Tim.
You know, because one of the visions, at least, and I think honestly, from the inception, Tyra had great vision. I thought it was like a foolish kind of vision in a way to think how I don't want to say foolish, or I thought it was just like a utopia vision and
Foolish.
about trying to bring in all concepts like to change the fashion industry and bring in all different types of people. It was going to be a rough sled. It's going to be a rough tread early on for a lot of people. The fashion industry wasn't just going to bow over, roll over, and go this way. So I don't want to say foolish. I love like the vision. I think the vision is pure, and I think it was like well-intentioned. So that's why I think why we got different mixes of type of people on there and everything. For in a sense, so she was seeing her, envisioning her walking down the runway.
I think it was very ambitious, but I don't think it was foolish.
Yeah, I don't want to say foolish isn't the right word.
And it actually,
it's the thought that counts.
She was a pioneer because
it was a part later on.
Look at fast forward to 20 years later, we got Amazon and designers could come on making the cut or whatever it's called, and they clothes can immediately be in production and it's models on there. So I'm just saying that to say I don't think that it was that far fetched. I just think she should have actually partnered with some better stuff or whatever. But the whatever, it was smart. And she did switch up the industry. She
The
did.
early girls was just gonna have a rough time.
She did. But we gonna get to a certain comment she made later to a certain
But like she said, she just propped open the door that's generally closed
Yes.
to other girls.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it wasn't so out, hey, I promise you the moon and the stars. I'm just saying the door is open. So you have a chance, an opportunity to.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all talked about Miss Shannon. Let's get on her.
We were about to now, yes.
Go ahead.
I just well, my notes for Shannon, I put Shannon is stunning, is still stunning, and still very country, but she is still very pretty to me. I said Shannon should have won. But she
That's
did
debatable.
she did get signed to IMG. I think Shannon probably would have worked more than Adrian did. And just from that first season, seeing the picture of them and how they got eliminated, that picture when the girls and like the marketing for America's Next Top Model, you know how they would have a whole season and the girls standing there and they
Mm-hmm.
And everybody go away when they get
yes,
eliminated.
Tyra needs credit for that. Skim stole her whole thing. Half the Skims ad looked just like America's Next Top Model, whatever. I was like, oh no, but okay, that's what I wrote down for Shannon. But what did y'all think of Miss Shannon?
You want me to go or y'all want to go?
Whoever.
Go ahead, Roland.
Tired that Christian churchy thing. Let it go. Then you bring your ass back on an All-Star season and want to fight about panties and lace. Girl, this is what you came to do. They're gonna have you do stuff like this. So let it go. I think Elise should have won, but that's a whole nother situation. But
Who? Oh, Elise.
Elise.
Oh.
that wasn't gonna happen.
The girl with the big eyes.
But that wasn't gonna happen because she was against everything that the fashion industry stood for, even though they loved her look. But that's a whole nother subject.
I'm trying to remember for the documentary, like, did Shannon have any like
Not really huge gripes.
any huge gripes or anything?
No.
I'm surprised she didn't talk about the panty versus bra thing that they made her do.
She mentioned how Janice was like, "Ooh, she got a lot of teeth in her head."
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. And definitely Ren. Project Runway was born out of Top Model, and so was RuPaul's Drag Race. And RuPaul's Drag Race was born out of both of them.
Project
I was out of both of them, yo.
RuPaul and stole the idea from Chris, allegedly.
That's what they say. But yeah, Shannon, she
was boring as usual.
Yeah, like it wasn't anything really.
But I thought she was still cute, like you said.
Yeah,
like she's still attractive.
And Ebony too.
Girl.
They both age well. They both look stunning.
Mm-hmm. You know, she is a little devastated when she didn't win, understandably. But then she, but her piece, yeah, because she said Tyra sent her. Was it her that Tyra sent the flowers and stuff?
Said, go make
and
it
then
work.
About go make it work and everything, and she ended up getting a deal and stuff. So I thought that was a cool little piece and stuff there.
How many girls from Drag Race have we heard that RuPaul sent them flowers?
None.
Oh, okay.
And for color context, some of the Drag Race girls have been on Top Model.
Yes, we know. We remember.
Yeah. But that's a good point. That's our overall conversation. I don't know if I want to bring this up now or maybe then, because you made me think of the expectation we talked about. I felt a lot of this documentary, one of the common themes too, like as if Tyra was supposed to be your friend. And I don't know what people be expecting out of other people sometimes.
She's your judge.
Like this lady judged 20-something cycles. She gonna be all 100. That's probably 200 girls. It was, if not more. It was like 12 girls a season, if not more. She about to be all of you hoes friend. No,
12 to 14 girls, and then
no.
when it came to the other cycles, the boys and girls, which is a whole nother subject, 16. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, that's just not how any of this works, like at all. And I get it's like fresh, but at a certain point, after the show's been on for a while, if we start to understand reality TV, common sense should just tell you like this. No, people don't stand like you on the show. You're there for to make some television and possibly get a chance to make your own way.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'd be confused.
Well, that's why they get a lot of people from these small towns that don't know no better. Ain't never been nowhere.
Ooh, and we gonna get to we gonna get to a bitch from a small town. Next in my notes, I just had little small stuff about the girls before we. I have for Miss Giselle. I put by Giselle. The
Oh, God.
wide ass comment wasn't that big of a deal to me. I
And
put.
yeah, fuck Giselle.
I still feel like I still feel away. I still hear those comments in my head, girl. That's the problem. You need to go sit on somebody's couch. I don't understand what to tell you at this point.
And that's when I made a comment about the greasy doorknobs.
Absolutely.
Fuck her.
And then the standard, and we're gonna get into this a little later, but the standards for being a model are not the same beauty standards for just walking around in everyday life. And you are not about to conflate the two. And then if you do, then that is your issue, and you need to go. I don't know. You have a problem with perception, time, and place. I don't know what it is, but if you think that you need to walk around looking like a runway model, then that's your thing. But ain't nobody telling you to do that. Like, what are you talking about, girl? I just put Joni wasn't talking crazy like Danny. Joni and Whitney seem very. Joni and Whitney sound very sensible and logical and practical to me. I appreciated them. And that's why I was happy that because the documentary can't be one-sided. Everybody can't be talking shit about Tyra. I appreciated them.
So my take on Joni and Whitney, I love Joni. It didn't matter to me whether it was Joni or Danny. In terms of Whitney, it's gonna always be fuck her, fuck her, fuck her. Cause you are racist and you said some racist ass shit and they let you get away with everything on that show.
Can you watch some of your swearing, sir?
We are on YouTube.
Well, F her. Because we don't care anything about you. Because Takara walked so you could run, girl.
And she mentioned Takara.
You did mention Takara.
And
she acknowledged it. She acknowledged that piece.
And
but you did tell me that she said some stuff or something. I didn't know about the
my best friend is black. Bitch, please. Girl, please.
Broadline, I just want to reel it in and bring back the focus. Let's stick to the documentary and what was present. You know, we could talk about the show, but you seem like you still have some hurt from 15 plus years ago, and we want to leave that. We're gonna do an Iyanla episode, and then we're gonna help you work on your hurt from America's Next Top Model. Did you want to be casted on the show? Is that why you have such anger towards Tyra Banks?
Because I admire Tyra a lot. I do. It's just we did a lot of things, but it's y'all fault. No, girl, it's yours. Because it's certain things that you didn't answer for and you still haven't answered for and you made excuses for, such as the Tiffany thing, which we will get to later.
We're going to talk about that.
Let's talk about
such as the Ebony thing that was not talked about. Because a similar thing was done to Ebony from Psycho 9, which she won't talk about. But we'll get there.
Did y'all have thoughts on Whitney and Joni?
Like you said, I appreciate Joni's. She could laugh about the stuff. Like when she there are two things she went through. I remember that cycle. I don't know how she made it because they jacked her mouth up.
They
gave her like
tore her up.
her face was swollen, but she was appreciative because she got the dental work that she said she could never have gotten any other way. Even though she had went through that pain,
and even though she still has some issues,
and she still got issues, she still can't chew. She was still appreciative. But like Roland said, I always liked Joni, so I was rooting for Joni and Danny that season 2.
Now,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, why she still ain't got her grill together? You ain't got no money in all these years.
She said something is permanently damaged. Like something like
filed them teeth down, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now they did a lot. Even Nigel was like, I don't think we should be doing this when he said that piece. So yeah, that was a lot.
But she said what a lot of these girls said. I was an adult. I agreed to it.
Yep.
I gave consent.
Time to release.
The same way, Danny, you agreed to it. You could have took your ass home, and you said you didn't want to go home. So, but we gonna get to her. But actually, we could go on Danny now because she was next in my notes.
Say your piece before I get to her. But go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna save my notes and then I'll say what I thought. I put Danielle thought. She put that her life was toyed with. Those were her words. My life was toyed with because Tyra wanted her to close her gap. And then they mentioned how in a later season they widened a girl's gap. But I wanted Danielle to see what was the difference between her and the girl who they widened her gap. Did you look like that girl? You did not. That was a white woman. And that's the point I made the other day on Clubhouse. I brought up another model. I brought up Laura Stone, and Tyra brought up somebody Houghton. But white people always can have Hutton, yes. White people always can have bad teeth. Look at the British people. And then people infantilize them and woo, 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 and they breath probably stink. So I just be wanting people to get context. You are black. And yeah, girl, you weren't gonna get no work being black with a gap. I ain't see a black girl with a gap as a model till Slick Woods came around, who also was from Top Model, I believe. And Danny just could go to hell for me altogether. She brought up her being in the house with Chanel Iman. You are a model from a reality TV show. Did you really think that the people was gonna look at you the same as Chanel Iman? She just felt so delusional to me, and she has talked totally different. She is very whitewashed today. It's giving Kanye West. She could go to hell.
Again, I disagree.
Of course you do.
Because if you go back to that cycle, it was either the gap or it was either her accent. So it's like
they both were a problem.
Like I don't understand it, but then you got these other white girls or other black girls on other cycles. They have accents, and it's personality.
Did you just say white girls?
And black, some black too.
Were they Southern?
Yes.
I bet they weren't sounding like Danny. Because
it's like dong.
They were.
It was bad.
Nah.
She knew that dialect coach for real. Like
she did.
She talks a lot better. She even speaks differently now.
She does.
I think that one of the pieces that was relevant in the whole Danny thing was when Tyra when she was talking about one of the things she talked about was how she was processing stuff in that moment. She couldn't say out loud, but she knew people who literally said they were not going to work with her or that this was not going to happen unless this and that. So she was trying to point in certain directions to help. I don't know. I just felt like that was completely misinterpreted from Danny's standpoint, the whole like gap thing. And I don't know what's so special about having your gap. I was just so confused. Like, thing, like, why was this life altering kind of decision?
I have I either knew somebody in real life or somebody off TV. I can't remember, but I know somebody who wanted to keep their gap because one of their parents had a gap. So I was waiting when we saw Danny parents, like, how mama or daddy better have a gap, and they didn't. So I just was like, why are you holding on to this so hard? This is not your Black History Month moment. And like that's what it was given. Like, is this what you think standing up for yourself is? Keep holding on to a gap? Like, that just was so silly to me. That's you being the individual. Well, take your individual ass back to Arkansas. I agree with every word what Bree said. Either you want to work or you want to go back to Arkansas. And you could have simply did that, girl.
Yeah.
Bye.
There are a million girls that would run over coals to be in that place.
It was. And the piece about not getting work, and then the conversation that she had with Tyra years later, when she said that Tyra called her, or I can't remember if she said she called her or something, but anyway, whenever they were talking,
she called her.
Oh, yeah, said, like, I know you're struggling, like, and stuff, and like she sees this and everything, and she was like, well, she sees me going through this and she hasn't done anything. But I'm like, what she's supposed to do? I was confused.
Karl Lagerfeld, you better put her on the Chanel runway. That's what you're supposed to do.
No, but to their point, on one of the cycles, she was giving a lesson to one of the girls, and she said that her and Danny had a relationship, and she's done certain things for her. So to that point, I can see why she said that. So you are in my corner at one point, and then now you're not. And then to say what you said to me, that's kind of hurtful. I can see that.
I don't know. I just feel like it's too much on. I don't know. I'm trying to connect the dots. They just were not all connected with me with Danny. How Tyra is like how this is because of Tyra.
If anything,
that stuff isn't happening.
Manager. Who's your agent? Who was working with you in the whatever? What was it IMD she was with or the Ford?
IMG. Oh no, she was.
No, she was with no. Well, yeah, it was Ford models because
you met at Ford. Who's representing me at Ford? Like you met the wrong people, sweetie.
I had two more points for Danny. You closing your gap. You are not a victim. You are not violated. That's how she talks about this, like she was violated. And just because someone again, that's why I feel like a lot of and no shade to people watching at home, but I think some of y'all wouldn't make it in a lot of the industry. Like y'all wouldn't make it in a lot of stuff because y'all just don't have it because y'all so soft. Because me going to art school, girl, I'm in school now for pottery. My teacher read the fuck out of me. Excuse me. And she don't even do it on purpose. I ask her a question. No, it don't look good. And she don't laugh about it. It looks bad, Quincy. You need to do it over. And I just do it over and I move on. And when I was in art school, we did the same thing. You put your work up for the whole class to critique it. Somebody might read the mess out of your work, but that's just the name of the game. I don't think that a lot of people have what it takes to be in these industries, and clearly y'all not in them, and thank God, because it just, it wasn't for you. Because you can't tell these people who they hiring, just like you can't with the regular jobs y'all work. No,
Now I'm confused because Tim, now Danny had a lucrative career modeling and fashion.
I
She
didn't
signed
know
a
that.
CoverGirl contract.
She
What?
did.
Why is she complaining at all? And talk about you don't know how hard it was for me. You don't know do you know how hard it was for Tyra? Do you know how hard it was for any black person in America? Like, I'm just like, what?
Yeah, because Danny has work, so I was confused. I was like,
See, I didn't
Like,
even
what
know
you
that.
mad about?
So she sound even more stupid. I was about to say, now I don't like Eva, but Eva and Yaya, they pivoted just like Tyra did.
That's because you.
But sometimes if the door go do something else, and that's what they did. But I never saw her acting. I didn't know she had a successful career. I don't remember seeing.
That Eva pivoted because Tyra was Eva's manager at some point.
Oh,
So
well, Yaya wasn't. Yaya still made it work.
yeah,
still working. Both of them.
Yaya the business on. I mean, the business. Like she really could. She really had a gripe of her anger towards America's Next Top Model because they were really racist and stuff and colors towards her on the show. But she didn't cry about it. She made a great career after Top Model.
who are we moving on to next, dolls?
Okay, next I have notes on Kenya.
Kenya.
Stunning, baby.
Kenya. Okay, I'm gonna put my notes and I'm gonna give some context. Now, this is what I wrote down. I put Kenya had a pudgy stomach. Period. She did.
It was cute though.
Girl.
And as the season kept going on, you kept gaining weight. Now, you didn't want to be no plus size model, so no, sis, you can't have a stomach. What model you see? Please, somebody tell me what regular model that's not plus size model that you see them with a stomach? None. So no, mama, I'm sorry. You need to make sure that that's together. You got Cassie on the show. You need to keep the body you was cast on here with. I don't know what to tell you. Right, and I put and some of her shape just wasn't giving me model. I put Kenya didn't have a model's body to me. She didn't. She ain't had no hips like that. I just didn't look at her body and get model, but face, yes.
Well, she could model, just not top fashion, not high fashion. She could be a commercial model.
Catalog, yeah, she could have did
catalog.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what it's like when I go to her posing class next month.
Shut up, people. Are you going for real?
I am.
And then when they were talking about Kenya with the body, they started talking about people watching, and people were trying to say, well, them saying these negative comments towards Kenya made them also have eating disorders.
Oh yeah,
I'm not about to play with y'all. I'm not about to play with you.
I was about to throw something at my TV. Like,
but I
this little 10-second clip made you have an eating disorder.
Nah, I just saw something on Instagram that people are trying to do a class action lawsuit towards Instagram and a bunch of other social medias, saying if Instagram caused you to have an eating disorder or body dysmorphia, like you can sue them. No. And this is what I be talking about. It is a slippery slope until people want to blame everything on somebody else. If that's the case, okay, now I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Close your eyes. You should never open your eyes and look at anybody because you could see somebody that's skinny and they make you want. So that's not fair. That does not make sense. And to put all of that on top model is stupid to me. And the last thing with Kenya, I said in relation to that man groping her in the shoe, she should file a lawsuit. If it was that big of a deal and you felt like you were assaulted or groped, file a lawsuit. I'm done.
I will say it was very they were shady about her weight on the show though. Like give her 1 week do gluttony and then the next week give her an elephant. Like
thank you.
That was fucked up.
It was.
That was messed up.
But you gave them the material.
over and over. Nah, that was a lot.
Baby, they wouldn't have had me as no elephant because I wouldn't have had no stomach for them to do it. Okay.
I think this points to an interesting balance that they were trying to walk. While Tyra would talk about wanting to break down these ideals of the fashion industry, she then will also recognize within the show, like, we're within the fashion industry though, and this is how it operates. So that's a delicate thing to try to balance. Now, they were making good TV and creating these stories, and I agree with you there, brother. Like, yeah,
it was bad.
That was, and it ain't like it ain't like her stomach was giving like Santa Claus or something. They was making it look like the girl was just,
and the makeup, baby. Oh, they had her with cremation number 5, baby, in them shoes. I was like, damn.
Get into my trunk, honey. Ooh.
No.
The comments were always, whenever Tyra told her we had to airbrush you the most, or like the Photoshop, I was like,
your body, we had to airbrush your body the most. But other girls were.
I like y'all were going into this storyline, baby. It was good. They kept that storyline going.
But she wasn't the only one there. They showed it to some white girls. They did that to some white girls too. She wasn't.
No, they did not.
Yes,
no,
they did. They showed one girl when she was in her shoe. They were like, "Oh my God, you have gained a lot of weight."
Jay just called.
Yes, and it was not just Tyra. So I'm glad you called out Mr. J. It was everybody.
Yeah.
We gonna get to him in a minute. He can go to hell too.
All the girls.
But it was
y'all. Period.
Yes,
that was good motherfucking.
It was great TV. It was good TV.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what to say about the people out there who interpreted this and made them have eating disorders. That's something for yourself you got to work out. Like, I wish people would start taking some responsibility.
Turn off the show.
Just turn, like, I don't.
The fuck?
That. Now, I do believe in representation and influence and things like that, but it's not like a magic bullet where it's 100%. Like, this happens here, so it's gonna make me do this.
Well, I'm gonna say something. I think we can't really comment on that because we did grow up as teenage girls. Like, it's different.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you.
That's true.
I mean, we were never teenage girls, so I don't know. I think it's a lot of pressure for teenagers, especially girls in that age range. So if they were like maybe the early teens, I can see them being influenced by something that if they like see themselves in Kenya and Kenya gets that critique, I can see how that could affect someone. Not a whole mass of people, but I would say it could affect someone out there.
That's fair.
And I'm not disagreeing with that. But I just think if we start doing that, then every black girl who watched the Parkers and identified with Kim and Nikki gonna say, well, this gave me an eating disorder because I was big too. And they make, like, I just feel like if that's the point, every time you see an example.
Well, at some point they were. Well,
I would like to hear from some women, some ladies, because I don't know. I'm a little torn in that area. Like, part of me is like, you guys, like, how does that make you like stick your finger in your, do whatever?
Yeah, I think it wouldn't be the only solely contributing factor. It has to be other things happening around.
It's not the only thing
that adds to it.
It adds to it. It's like, the tipping point or something.
Well, here's a woman, my bestie. I grew up as a teen girl. It's pressure when you love It's pressure, but when you love yourself, no one can make you do dumb shit. I ain't jumping off a cliff because the pretty bitch on top model did. Period. Woo!
Yeah,
that's funny.
But the sexual assault piece with Kenya, and that's one that didn't Tyra acknowledge like it was wrong, like she dropped the ball on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So she did acknowledge that one, which that was. She was working with the information she had at the time, and she was thinking about stuff
girl.
like she's been through, just thinking about how to handle things like that. And
her response made sense to me because she is a lady who had to move through the industry and not saying that it's okay, but what she said made sense. Like, don't draw all this attention to yourself because you already a black woman. You don't want to get the Monique, she difficult to work with. I understood her sentiment, not saying that it's okay. And we're in a different time right now. But I get what they were saying.
But why would you choose a photo where he's clearly got his hands around her waist and all that, and you acting like you don't know? You see these photos, you go in the editing room and pick them. Yeah. So it's BS to me. Girl, you knew. Like, come on now. Certain things you know and you just ignore.
Well, what I say, like certain, and I don't know if this is, because Tara didn't say it this way, and I don't know if this is what she was thinking, but think for myself, and the time we grew up, certain things you just learn to deal with and kind of expect it to happen. Right or wrong is not right, but it's like it happens, and that women have been conditioned for that for a long time too, to put up with so much and stuff with going with that. And I don't know. I think some of that is just like condition. It's like you just move on, girl.
Could I share my screen briefly?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to show this when we get to the blackface part. I didn't write it down, but I know they talked about some of the crazy shoots and stuff. And I'm not gonna say everything, but I would say at least 80% of the shoots they did on the show were not far-fetched to me, and they definitely were a reflection of what was happening in the fashion industry, and kind of still is. But I just pulled up these Dolce and Gabbana ads. I remember them when I was like a kid or a teenager. They were always very risque, and like people would be in bondage
I
stuff.
remember,
So
these in classes all the time. Yep.
I
think about like my media classes and advertising, and we used to always talk about these ads.
Yes, I wanted to go into advertising at one point, but I used to like these ads. But these are very risque ads. I don't think that. Look at her. It looked like the camera going up her vagina. I don't think that probably was a comfortable photo shoot. But this is what the fashion industry is, y'all. Like, I just don't. Even on Sports Illustrated and some of this stuff, they will do a whole swimsuit shoot in the somewhere that's cold. So then when Danny talking about this was so ridiculous, I was hanging upside down in water. It was not ridiculous, girl. You were a mermaid. I think these girls did not pay attention to what was happening in fashion because it definitely reflected what was going on. Did.
And well, should we move into Monet as I see? Did y'all talk about the essay with Shandy? Not yet. We haven't talked about Miss Shandy yet.
Okay, next. I didn't even write stuff down about Shandy because that story got on my nerves. Next I had next was Tiffany, but we could do Shandy and then Tiffany.
Baby, let's get into Tiffany because I'm finna open my mouth and we finna scream
let's
about
do Shandy first. Let's do Shandy first. I didn't even recognize Shandy.
That's what I said.
I thought it was a girl off of Criminal Minds at first. I was like, why?
She did look like the girl off of Criminal Minds.
Right.
That was killing me. Yes. Miss Shandy.
I don't want to get canceled, so y'all go ahead.
I don't want to get canceled either, but I'm sorry. Shandy is not getting she's not getting no sympathy from me. It was given all of y'all was hot in the tail, and y'all all was drunk, and y'all hadn't seen y'all man in a long time. Y'all all was doing the same thing. And I was just confused. I don't know why she expected for production to stop stuff. That just didn't make sense to me. At no point did she say, I told this man to stop, or I said no, or I didn't hear none of those words. So I
But wait a
didn't know.
minute.
It was not making sense to me. Y'all, literally, all the girls were doing the same thing. You just happen to have a boyfriend. That's your business.
But
It
wait a
didn't make
minute.
sense to me.
Didn't she say she was blacked out drunk though? So
We don't know.
That's what she
That's
said.
what she
she
said.
did
That's
say
what she-
that.
That's
But
what she said.
that doesn't mean that you assaulted because you blacked out drunk. Both of y'all could be blacked out drunk. Did you express that you wanted this to stop? That didn't equate to you were assaulted to me. All
But
of them were drinking. It would be different if she was like the man was sober. That I was confused.
were they like
Personally.
by themselves, Roland? I mean, I'm like, with no other girls around.
It was the three other girls, but they weren't. They weren't around.
At the point where they ready to go have sex, of course they not. But girl, they show all of them in their hot tub together. You were not. Y'all always doing this as a group, and then you and the man went off to go fool la la.
It's tricky. It's so this is what's hard for me is not we're hearing what she says, but we don't have all the footage. And then they clearly said there's a lot that happened that they didn't show, that they edited around. So to me, that was given with them not coming out and saying was given that she was like aware of what was going on. So like that's why I kept being like confused or what's the it's something about this story that it's just hard to kind of process because I know it's clearly like now if you in production saw her laid out, passed out, immobile, don't know it's gonna like yeah, that's definitely assault and messed up and what's going on. Outside that, if you're drunk, you're on a reality show. This happens on reality shows today, like all the time. Like the cameras stay on, and it's like any drunken bad decision that's just getting captured on camera. And so, like, it's just really, it's kind of hard to kind of piece together to me about like what really happened here.
Well, I just want to say that as a group, we believe women. We
Yes.
support. However, we also understand that sometimes white women, whenever
Yes.
situations, kind of say things that may not be exactly was there. And I must say, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But a lot of stuff's not adding up for me that she didn't know what was going on. I think it was more her being from a small town. She's in this relationship. She's out of the country for the first time. She had a little bit too much to drink. She had a little fun, and she wants to maintain her image in her relationship. I understand that. So, and then she's on national television. She don't want to be labeled, loose or easy or things that people label.
You see, she
people
commented like, "Dude walking down the street,
yeah, called her slut and stuff."
And she's from Kansas.
Yeah, so it's a tough situation, but I don't know.
I just want to comment. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, you're fine.
I just wanted to read this one. They said they were down to filming them in the bathroom, which is correct, but they do that on all the shows, including the show All of the World Just Watch Love Island. They record them in the bed, in the bathroom, in the whatever. So it was okay then, it's okay today. So I don't want to hear it. If that's a problem, then everybody need to come out with their lawsuits because they do that on all the shows.
But to Monet's point, they said on the documentary, if you go in the bathroom by yourself, they don't film it. As soon as somebody comes in there,
they did.
It's a story.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. And then too, when she called her boyfriend, she at no point did she say, somebody took my goodies, I was assaulted. She didn't say none of the above. She said, I did the worst thing you could think of, which is cheat on you. So that sounds like that's what they showed that lady said, and that sounds like it was autonomous and you did it. You didn't say I was the R word, you didn't say I was assaulted. Like we do believe women, and I'm going off the words she used, and she didn't say any of the words that you use when someone violates you. So, girl, bye. It was given. I was being irresponsible, and I was young, and I let somebody play in my kitty box. And oh well.
I'm not gonna speak. I was gonna say something else, but never mind.
Bye, girl. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it. And that's why
Anyway, can we get to the
she
main
can't
attraction?
come today, and she ain't got no man today.
Can we get to the main attraction, Miss Tiffany?
Sure. I'm going to refill my beverage. We were all
Tyra,
rooting for you.
Tyra
You
Lynn
were.
Banks, you are full of shit,
Oh,
Not you know her middle name. You're really a fan.
and you are full of bull. Because that Tiffany, I don't care how much you wanted Tiffany to win, how much you cared for her, all of this. What you did was bull. And I've seen several interviews where the girls have said, she said, well, why don't you go lay on a mattress with your baby? You already homeless, go back to the gutter, all of that.
Oh my God.
And Tim,
wait, back up. Interviews that what? Wait, who said what?
plenty of the girls have done interviews with Oliver Twix and said, she said, why don't you go lay on a mattress with your baby? Go back to the gutter where you came from. You already homeless. Stuff like that you don't even need to be saying. Like, it's out of line. Like, you care, but you go into the gutter with this person. It's out of, which goes back to my comment about what Tim said. It's not synonymous with Ebony, but it is because she did this with another model in another cycle. When Ebony decided to quit, which is off topic, but it goes back to Tiffany. When Ebony decided to quit, she said, I don't like quitters. But what was also said, going back to Oliver Twix's interviews, was that she was like, well, they had to refilm her elimination, so we don't know what was said. So I imagine, like with the Tiffany situation, which I know what was said, which was going back to the gutter and all of that. She said it. So like, don't pretend like you are
And oh, is that
loving.
what Tyra said? That they said they won't that they
Yeah,
won't air, that they didn't air or wouldn't say what she.
yeah, they won't air it.
So once again, y'all want to dwell on that, but she actually did her a favor because they didn't show how she read her for real down to the ground. She actually
I
did her
just
a
said
favor.
what she said behind the scenes.
I know that, but what I'm saying to you is they did not air that, so they did that girl a favor. Yes, we're going to show some of this, but they ain't show how she really was nasty to you. And I wrote this down. This why I keep going back to. I think a lot of people who don't work in arts or in a visual capacity, it don't be registering to them. I don't care about um I put Tyra shouting. Tyra shouting at Tiffany was tough love. I put chefs shout at each other all the time. And I've never been a chef, but I worked in a restaurant. Them people be nasty. They will cuss you the fuck out. Y'all see how Gordon Ramsay be doing them people? So in certain industries, people will cuss you out, get you together. They don't have to go report to HR and all that stuff. So to me, I was okay with it, especially learning that Tyra had did some stuff in the background after the girl didn't make it the first season. I understood why she was upset. I actually saw something in you. She probably saw some of herself, just
What
like
she saying
RuPaul
that
do
she
some of
saw
the
her doing?
girls. RuPaul has
She's
done the same thing. I'm getting you together. You just made me mad. I invested in you, and you just gonna give up. And these niggas
Girl,
over here couldn't read, and you just gonna give up. I understood it, and I don't have no problem with it.
Did
girl,
Tyra acknowledge that she went too far though
She did,
on
she
the
did.
thing?
She did.
and I don't
Okay,
think she
that's what I
did.
thought. She acknowledged that she went too far. So I don't know why it's a thing. I mean, now if in the moment though, I was mad at Tiff. I was
I
like,
was upset.
I
At
felt
Tiffany
like she
myself.
was giving up.
I was like, "Thank you, Tyra."
Yes.
That was my reaction in
You
the
were
moment
sleeping
of
on
it
a
happening.
mattress, and you a man because you can't read some words.
That's how I felt. I remember watching the show in real daytime. Like that's how
I remember too. I understand it.
I have this in my bathroom. I have this in my bathroom above my sink. I look at this every day and it says, I was rooting for you. We all were rooting for you. How dare you? This is my daily inspiration to get up and not be a do nothing bitch. Some of you bitches watching at home, if you do y'all see what Tiffany looked like today? She needed some more tough love because clearly it didn't work out for her because she looked crazy. And sometimes people need tough love. Holly Bailey needed tough love with her stupid ass baby daddy. Cardi B needed tough love. People need tough love sometimes. And that's why people be in dumbass situations because you need tough love. We were all rooting for you, girl.
And I think what Monet said here is the most because I think the whole thing is because to them it was something like very serious, and now it's like a laughing joke, like thing that goes around, and I think that's what kind of throws it off. I don't know. I thought that was one of the parts. I do feel like there were parts, Tyra definitely didn't comment on some things or skipped over some things, but this one she addressed with Tiffany and thought she went overboard and too far in it. So I don't think it should be an issue.
For those who play sports, this is like a Tuesday.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I forgot about the sports. Same with sports.
I've been called on a few things in my life.
Been called some things.
Yeah.
I remember to this day, my track coach used to always yell at us, "Stop dicking around." She would say that all the time, "Stop dicking around." Like, this why y'all don't be having no discipline. And y'all don't want nobody to say nothing to y'all because y'all didn't grow up with that. Some of the people that be the girls who completed their degrees and maybe a part of Greek life, people that have discipline and went through things in the army, and we
I'm having
understand.
flashbacks.
Everything can't be butterflies and roses. It's just not.
That's why, Roland, you've been. I'm sorry, you've been through a process.
Yes, you are. You are correct. No, that wasn't alleged. No, baby.
Yeah. So everybody's still mad over that. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. The Tiffany thing
she was speaking my language because I was mad at Tiffany that night.
What she needed to address, she didn't address, but that's a whole nother situation.
What y'all need to address is Naomi Campbell and her ass being in the Epstein and how she been a nasty bitch all her life. All her life, she been a nasty bitch.
No.
All this energy that the people watching have for Miss Tyra Banks, I'm ready for the documentary about nasty ass Naomi Campbell, who is a coon. Please, Netflix put out the documentary on coon ass Naomi Campbell.
No, ma'am, because you set your behind on this Netflix and did the same thing that this lady did to you. These girls.
Oh my God. Okay. On Netflix? What you do on the Netflix?
On this documentary in the very beginning of the show. You saying people telling me you're too dark and this, that, and the other, but you're doing the same thing to these girls. What's the difference?
I'm glad you said this, Roland, because this was one of my notes. That black journalist that they kept showing, I don't remember her name. I put that black journalist could go to hell. She's another dummy. You don't know what you're talking about. Just because Tyra said that she experienced some of these things did not mean that she was not going to tell these girls what the expectations of the fashion industry was. She wanted to break them, but that's still what the expectation was. So that don't, I don't know what's not clicking with this. I really don't. I don't understand. I didn't watch that show, The Rap Game, but like, do people have
Well, I watched that show and
American Idol? Like, I don't understand.
Oh yeah, well, it's on every reality show.
Your example of The Rap Game, that's a yeah, but
Well,
I get it.
oh wait, what'd you say, Roland?
Go ahead.
Where are we at? I don't know your notes, so I was thinking in my head, do we want to talk about either two things we haven't really gotten into was how the documentary address we touched on a tiny bit, but we could go some more, address the actual competitions or things that they did and the thoughts and process behind that.
Yeah.
Or also the relationships with Miss J, Mr. J, all that, and to get in those pieces.
That was the last thing I had written down was about the judges. So yeah, I'm fine with. I feel like that's really we'd have covered the main stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like we could. Yeah, that sounds good.
We want to talk about the competition.
Yeah, we can do that.
The infamous ethnicity challenge.
Race. How do you think they handled this part of the documentary? To talk about the challenges and the race switching and, you know, not done once, but twice.
Twice.
Sad.
I just, while we're talking about this, I just Googled fashion editorial blackface. And you see it come up, and none of this look old. So I just want to know that this is very much a thing. But
you know what's so funny? We were talking, and I don't know if y'all felt like this. If you felt differently, that's fine too. But watching it in real time, we were talking about, for some reason it didn't bother me. Like watching in real time, the way like blackface, like you know, whenever you see blackface and all these different things would bother me. And see, because I felt like the other stuff is more making a mocking of or laugh at, like it's some kind of caricature or something, or malicious. This in an editorial vibe fashion, I don't know why I just processed differently in my mind. And I'm not saying that that's right, even how I felt. I had to like acknowledge like what I was feeling in. It's like, hey, why didn't this bother you? Like maybe this should have bothered me. Like looking at it now, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. Like this, I don't care if the fashion world does it. Like it's just,
yeah, I totally agree.
This is like ridiculous.
It's like, I think when we look at it real time, we based it on intentionality. We looked at it as art and not like as a social thing. And like, and you know, we lived life a little bit longer, had more experiences, and now it kind of changed our viewpoint. I would give ourselves grace for that because I really had no problem with it watching it early on. But now I'm like, I would never watch the episode again.
I totally agree. And even still, when they were showing it in the documentary, it still did not offend me the way, like I know in Australia, they still be doing blackface to this day on reality shows and stuff, like turn the white person into Michael Jackson or weird stuff. It didn't look like that in any capacity. Like it didn't look like how they portray black people in blackface, and we were black with big old red lips. Like nothing about it looked like a joke. But yes, today I get why it was a little problematic. But I think people putting too much 20 on 10, and y'all could tell me if I'm reaching, but it also makes me think of, and I know people don't like this either, but like Robert Downey Jr., this was in the 2000s, that movie Tropic Thunder, and he was playing an actor doing blackface, but he was in blackface. Eddie Murphy played different races all the time. I don't know if he stopped doing it, but he definitely been dressed up as another race. Dave Chappelle as well. So I just be like,
Martin did it.
It just feels like more times than not, you know what? The moral to the story, for me, to be honest, the moral of the story, and I know my bestie gonna back me up with this, she only getting the smoke because she a black woman. If Tyra was a black man that did this show, wouldn't nobody have nothing to say? Everybody would have every excuse for her. The same way y'all have excuses for R. Kelly and Chris Brown and people
who
violate and assault people, and they have to live with those things for the rest of their life. Y'all make every excuse for them. but y'all gonna villainize this lady because you had to put on some too dark foundation or you had on the shoe that didn't fit. The math is not mathing, but it never do because y'all don't like women and y'all especially don't like black women, and that's
Exactly, Tim.
and that's
Can you
all.
highlight Tim's comment at the bottom, please? Thank you.
That's really that's it and that's all.
This comment.
Yes, please.
Why didn't they bring up Zamora from Cycle 2? They did blackface on her when she was portraying Grace Jones.
Sure did.
I don't want my sister to be whatever. Girl, Beyonce that kind of been in blackface. Beyonce did a photo shoot and they put darker makeup on her and it was in the 2000s. So I just want y'all to stop doing all of this because if that's what you're going to do, everybody about need to a conversation because everybody was doing something that was off during that time.
You know what I find funny though?
Y'all
They
stop taking up for R. Kelly and then we could talk about something.
here we go.
The point was that they're picking and choosing when something is a problem.
Oh, gotcha.
And what's funny, they still air the episode when they first did the blackface, but then the second time they did it, they don't even air the episode anymore. They skip over it.
Oh, they skip over the second one.
Mm-hmm.
That was more
interesting.
egregious.
That one did, but they went through a whole list of challenges. I don't know, Kim. Some of those didn't really bother. Did the violence one bother y'all like that?
No, not me.
It did because for that this girl's mother is going through this, and you do that. It is that's it's the same thing. It's also synonymous to when they did the death shoot and then somebody's friend passed. It's kind of like they play on your trauma and then they are doing a photo shoot behind it.
Can I share my screen briefly? I want to show two things. Y'all remember how they would do the crazy runway shows and like to make the girls fall?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the beginning, towards the end, they did start doing that for TV. I agree. In the beginning, I don't think that was for TV. I think it was actually a lesson to be learned, and I'm going to show an example why. And then y'all just brought up something else I was going to bring up. Oh, the death shoot. But hold on, I'm going to show this first.
But some of those made for some really cool pictures. I just gotta say, like with a lot of these scenes and stuff, like I don't know, when the editorial thing behind it, I feel like you just get a lot of leeway.
This y'all nasty Naomi Campbell walking in '93, a Vivian Westwood show. The shoes were so tall she fell.
When she fell with the shoes,
correct.
Yeah.
So to me, that was the reason why they would have them do them crazy. And there's been numerous times models fall, but they would have them in stupid shoes or like the set would be something dumb. So that's why they did that. I think eventually it turned into we just gonna do this for TV, but I don't think that was the inception of it. I'm gonna show one other thing because they wanted to bring up that shot in the head piece. Okay, it might be problematic, but people do stuff like that all the time. What's that girl name who dated Kanye? Julia Fox literally just did I could just show her. I don't even have to do this. Hold, please. Because this one, I'm like, y'all could kiss my ass. Because y'all pick and choose when y'all want to be upset about something. It's very annoying. It's really annoying. But let the white lady do it, and it's okay. Julia Fox literally just did this for Halloween. She did a shoot.
Jackie.
Dressed like Jackie. Oh, with the blood on her. And people did kind of say some stuff, but none of this stuff is new.
Yeah. That's why even they were doing the stuff, like the shooting up drugs or doing all this. But I've seen that stuff in tons of editorials and different stuff. So I was confused.
Think about how Lady Gaga be on crutches all the time.
Yeah.
And that's ableist.
I think some people sheltered, like
So what
That's
was the
Mr. No.
so what was the purpose of the homeless shoot? Why?
And
Now
that's
that
what
was
we said.
ignorant as
That was fine.
hell.
That was Tyra trying to be Tyra.
Already inspired for Tyra's crazy talk show whenever she dressed up
Yeah.
like a homeless
She's
person.
cuckoo.
That was crazy anyway, spending the day on the
Spend a day
street.
as a homeless person. Oh, that's a
It's
good idea
fine.
for a photo shoot. No, girl.
But with real homeless people. That was
They tried that, but maybe those people got to eat for like a week because they probably got paid. So hey,
I don't know. It's reality TV. I ain't gonna just say that. I ain't gonna say that.
I got one meal.
If that.
Craft services.
I meant from
Tim,
they check. I meant from they check they got to eat for.
You
a
think
week.
they got a check?
no,
You
I think
they
they got something from
you
Crash
know you
Services.
think they just pulled the homeless people and said, "Come on."
They didn't get paid.
Who gonna dispute it? You homeless? You gonna see it? Like
Now
I ain't gonna probably. They could have got paid, but I'm not gonna.
$100.
I'm not gonna put any stake in saying that's a definite.
So wait a minute. I've thought about this all these years. Was ISIS homeless then? Because that's how she got on the show.
Was she?
I'm
homeless?
glad you brought up ISIS. ISIS, the trans woman.
The trans.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, ma'am.
I said this on Clubhouse the other day. Tyra integrated America's Next Top Model. She had a deaf man on there who actually had a career. She had trans women. She had a model with vitiligo who talked nasty about her to this day, but we only know her because she was on Top Model. I want to say Slick Woods from there. She had people with tattoos. She definitely had people that would not normally
Yeah.
be models on the show. And then when we look up today, who modeling, older people be like, I think instead of tearing Tyra down, y'all need to give her flowers. I think that's really what we need to be doing.
She was a trend. Like she did break a lot of trends, or set a lot of trends, I should say.
Did
With
yes,
that show.
now one.
Yep. That was
She
that.
had people with disabilities. She had that girl that was going blind.
Yeah,
She had numerous people that had illnesses and disabilities. She platformed them all the time.
Forget
But that's
now.
not in the conversation.
Anyway,
All right. Well, what about the judges?
Now I got a gripe with Tyra over this.
Now this
No.
I can see a lot of sides of this and a lot of grown people not talking. That always because I see this situation too much, and when grown people don't talk, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. And everybody like sticking to their guns, sticking on their sides. They're doing this. I can see what's going on here. Like I guess I first had a problem with Mr. J. With this is y'all had this close relationship and all this stuff you're saying, and you send an email first, like
That was weird.
you can't have a conversation and you wonder about like why you don't get no response and stuff for it. And then the only thing that it says is I'm disappointed. It's like you couldn't pick up a phone and call, you couldn't like
Tell
go
her
and have a
face-to-face.
visit and go and tell like that was.
But this
And
your
he told me-
bestie.
I'm like, you think that's okay? That's a problem already. Like that's
She was Sagittarius, so she's like, "Oh, okay, this is the game we playing. I can play that too."
You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. You're
Yeah.
not about to play with me. You're not about to play with me.
I'm iffy. I'm iffy.
I
on
gave
that.
you a chance. I platform you. That's the least you could do is be a grown ass lady and come tell me to my face
And have a
on the phone.
conversation. Exactly.
I'm iffy on that
It
because
would, and again, it would be you.
no, but listen to what I'm saying. I'm iffy on that because yes, you're correct. Tyra is full of S when it comes to that. But Jay, you're a Leo. You want some BS too, because it's convenient when it's convenient when she is on your side, but when she's not, you have a problem. They both fire signs and they both on some bull. So no, I don't agree with you. You complicit too, Jay. So we don't feel sorry for you.
No, we don't.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm more on Tyra's side with that one. Like, I can understand like why the reaction and him being thrown off by her reaction and not wanting to talk whenever they see each other. I was like, but at some point, I felt like they should have had it. You got to get over some stuff and have some kind of convo, but unless you just don't care about that person being
She
in your
called a
life.
spade a spade. She knew he was
Yeah.
a messy queen. Look what he did. He went and wrote a book that's pretty much going to be based on Tyra Banks. You know.
Yeah.
So like he's just a messy person.
I have more of the issue when it comes to Miss J
Me too. That's the one I have an
And-
issue with.
with Tyra and
Yeah,
that whole.
baby, listen. You would never be able to
I
speak to
want to
me.
hear what y'all have an issue with because she
So-
didn't come see her.
I believe her getting the call from the network. I believe all that, and the network demanding that these people are let go, and things like that. Did she know this before she sent him them flowers for his birthday?
I think she did.
Or did she?
I think she did.
Or how is this followed? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like real conversations were had there from her end, like what's coming, and the fact that she still hasn't even visited that man. With having the stroke, I don't know. That's a
little dirty.
That's a like.
Tyra's very.
I don't know.
It's a transactional relationship.
Something was off in that process of story to me, and how the information of them getting out and being let go or fired, they were never able to kind of tell their own story. It was like, oh, they got fired and let go. They had been here since the beginning. Well, not Nigel, but Miss J definitely. I think that could have been just handled better, honestly.
I agree.
I agree, but specifically, Mr. J was talking out to both sides of his. What's the phrase? Both sides of your head.
Yeah,
Both sides of his
Mr. J could go to hell.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, because you didn't even tell her when you wanted to quit.
Yeah.
Then they made you stay. Did they really make you stay? Were you gonna get sued if you left? Like, I needed some more details on that. And then,
Well, I will tell you this.
Let me finish. Then once they go on the show HLN or whatever it was, you want to keep it cute. You don't even want to say what it really is because you're in fear of being blacklisted. So for me, it just felt like, girl, is it Uchi Wally or is it one Mike? Which one is it? Because this your time to say what it. I don't know. And then, girl, we ain't see you do nothing else since then. I didn't even know he wrote a book. So you should have just told the T then.
I'll answer your question. Did he really quit? When the pandemic started and Messy Oliver Twix, which is why these top model rewatches started, he said that the reason that he didn't quit because he was told he had to do one more cycle. And the
Yeah,
book was written because, to your point, he was hurt by all the things that have been said. He wanted to tell his experience of what Top Model was like because we knew that there was some tension when they went over to China in season 9, but he ain't talking about that, and he ain't talking about how he was mistreating the girls and all. So, like I said, I ain't on Tyra's
Did
side.
you watch the documentary?
Yeah.
He did talk about when they went to Japan, it was tension.
But he ain't telling the real truth of what he said on these interviews, though.
Oh, well, of course he's trying to keep it cute because this is a Tyra production. Well, she a part of it, so you know.
I ain't on Tyra's side always, but but this time I'm on her side because you are full of it. You acting like you didn't stay for these other 9 or 10 cycles, and then you got Canada's next time out. You ain't talk about that. Where did you get that from?
He did another franchise too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He didn't mention that. I heard the other people. I didn't hear that with him.
Yes.
He did. He was a judge. I mean, Tyra Banks on that show.
You got, and again, I don't defend Tyra always, but that you can go to hell.
him writing that book also gives the lady who wrote the book that inspired The Devil Wears Prada that used to work for Vogue, because that's
Yeah.
what the girls do. They be mad, they be disgruntled workers. They be mad
Yep.
because you wouldn't be their best friend and they couldn't do what
Yep.
they wanted to do. So I'm gonna go capitalize and write a book because I'm pressed.
But I need to know what's really happened with her and Miss J.
I just
I'm
think
just
Tyrus
confused.
is transactional. Like you're good
She
for
a
me.
Sagittarius.
Yeah. And when you're not useful anymore,
When they done with you, honey.
it tells you they're done. It could be a cold, cruel world being friends with a Sagittarius.
Y'all need to do better.
Shout out to Daria. Wasn't that a show on Daria, Cruel World? A Cruel
Uh-huh.
World?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, that was but it definitely you know what? I didn't even realize the show even stayed on that long. I didn't
Uh-huh.
know there was a time without Tyra and all that.
Uh-huh.
Rita Ora.
I
Which
had
was a
I
which was
jumped
a
the gun
mess.
for
It
that.
was on VH1, child.
Sure was a
I watched it
mess.
with Rita Ora at least 1 or 2 seasons. It was all right.
She
And
only
then
had
Tyra
one.
came back.
She only had one season with
Oh,
Rita
it was just
Ora.
one. Okay.
A mess.
Um, I think we covered everything.
Yeah,
I think so.
about everything. I think.
I just have a question because we're reminiscing on Top Model, if y'all could name one, who is your favorite model or contestant from the show, and what was your favorite photo shoot?
I have several.
I
Okay.
said favorite. Oh, this is not a Tyra Banks production. She has nothing to do with the production.
Good. Good.
Oh, gotcha. You are just so man. Wait, so is there going to be a Cycle 25? I feel like I
Yeah,
heard her say
yes,
something
it
about.
is.
Is
Yes,
that
it is.
I
true
don't think
or
so.
the way
Yes, it
it
is.
was like ambiguous the way it was said, like in the
It
thing, like
was.
Cycle 25, because it was always talking about how she's a pivoter and pivoting and doing all these different things. Like Cycle 25 could literally be a metaphor or something for something else, and like a whole new, I don't know.
Okay.
So, or it could be a legit Cycle 25. I felt like I didn't really get a clear answer of what direction we're going here.
Girl.
Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know.
Mm.
But
I think she may have another project coming out, and she's called it Cycle 25, but I don't think it's going to be. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be that.
I have a tie between my favorite contestants on Top Model. I have two. But you go ahead, Quentin. I'll go last.
I think
who's my favorite?
my favorite, just because she stands out to me, and she, I I like the French vanilla girls. That's what I'm gonna call them. The creme brulee girls. I love me some Nick Pace. I think I'm gonna say Nick Pace is my favorite contestant. And my favorite photo shoot, I'm gonna say the spider. The spider lives rent free in my head. When they did
Mm-mm.
the jewels, I used to always do. I love the spider, and I love. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with the spider. That was stunning to me.
The spider. I do remember that one. That was good.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
I think so.
I think Cycle 14 is my favorite with Krista. I love Krista.
Baby.
Oh, wait,
Ba-
I remember that name. Let me look.
baby.
And I think because I like Leon Talley was on there. I love
Yes.
that. And I love the photo shoot they did when they were like, I think in New Zealand, and they and Krista hit that pose where she God,
Are,
what was
are
that?
you talking about? We probably got the same favorite one. You talking about the shadow photo shoot?
Yes.
That's my favorite too.
I love that one. So that would be if I had to pick one. That would be my favorite.
That's my favorite too.
I think I know what y'all talking about. Oh,
Carlina,
this.
Carlina, I'm gonna go in that same vein. If I had to pick, I have two. One would be, of course, Bree from Psycho 5, and the other one would be my girl who needs justice, Angelique from
I
Psycho
love
14.
Angelique too. I know you're gonna say Angelique. Yeah.
Who Angelique? I don't remember her. Let me look her up.
You don't get on Angelique from Buffalo.
That's,
She's in the bus station.
and I want to get
Oh,
and I want to give a shout out to Miss Alicia. She was also my favorite too. Miss Cynthia Bailey gave her some props on RHOA.
oh, Lasia. Hold on, let me look her up.
She's in that same season.
Yeah.
This
I also,
girl, I don't remember her.
I also like the photo shoot roll on with was with Danny and in Joni's season when they were on the elephant. That was a good photo shoot too.
I want to rewatch too. When I was watching the documentary, I was like if y'all go on my Instagram, I think since my 23rd birthday, I do a photo shoot every year for my birthday. I love doing photo shoots. Even me about to do my pottery drop, I'm gonna do a photo shoot for that. It's really because of Top Model. I always like taking pictures, but I used to be. I sent it to the Parkers. I used to take pictures like this all the time because of Eva. So the girls can say what they want to say. The girls who get it, get it. Yes, Brie, I want to do a rewatch, and I'm watching if they do Cycle 25. If they cast in the older girls, I try out.
Well, they casted the older girls in Cycle 24 because the oldest lady on Cycle 24 was 44.
44.
Oh wow,
Oh,
44.
well, girl,
Actually, I
all
definitely
of us
was.
could go.
Wow.
try.
Let's do it. But I remember really liking Brie, and I was trying to think of her. I remember liking her.
She got played. I love her.
She was in the documentary, right? That
Yeah.
Brie.
Mhm.
She didn't give me model. She just gave me like actress. So like she was a pretty girl, but she didn't look like a model to me.
Anyway, Nay Ray.
What happened?
More of the story is Roland loves ANTM and therefore loves Tyra. Good night. Because you are the damn encyclopedia / historian for America's Next Top
Now
Model.
that is a fact.
Yeah.
For
I
somebody
told
who
you this.
for somebody who don't like Tyra and be so mad and so upset, you sure know a lot about it, honey.
Because the black girls were played, and some of the black girls were my favorites. Again,
Can I ask a final assessment of how we think Tyra did on the documentary? Did
zero.
she answer the
No,
things we wanted? Did she
no,
provide
no,
context?
no.
I personally, I did not need an apology or any accountability from Tyra, to be honest. I never put everything on Tyra. Though the show was, she came up with the inception and she was the face. I remember Kim Mock name popping up every episode. I know how TV worked. It just wasn't all her. So I didn't need it. So the fact that she took accountability for some stuff was just a plus to me. Um Tyra, she was always fine in my book, but we really good now, sis. We see each other. We good, sister. I don't have nothing to say. Uh,
No,
I love Life Size. I love Life Size too. I support Tyra Banks over here.
Not
This
life
is the Tyra
size. How we get the life size? What is it?
no,
Shine bright, shine far where you at, where you are, where you live, where you are, be a star. That's what she told me to do, to be a star and to smile.
Monet.
For me
thank you,
personally,
Monet. Thank
I
you.
think Ken Mock got off very easily in this interview. Like he was very flippant. He took accountability for like one thing.
Yep, yep. Monet, yep.
Disgusting.
I
I
agree.
want to go. I'm sorry.
What? No, go ahead. What you say?
I want to go back to Monday. You could have kept this and you tried it. For
No,
Chris Brown to have taken accountability,
leave my sister
for
alone.
Chris Brown to have
Ne-
taken accountability, we need new apologies because
next subject.
he
Next
he's
subject.
always doing something. It is a recurring thing.
Next
So
subject.
we need an apology for him beating up the man in the club. We need him an apology
Any
for him not wanting black girls or bigger women in his section at the club. Since y'all want to talk about fat shaming and colorism, no. Try
next
again.
subject. Next
Try
subject.
again.
Anyway,
You tried that.
I ain't giving.
You really tried it.
I ain't
Did
giving.
you watch Married to Madison? Oh, go ahead, Roland. What did you feel
I ain't
about?
giving Tyra nothing until she answers her wrongs for what they did to Angelique. Period. Y'all hush hush about that and still ain't talking about that.
I did bring up Chris Brown because you proved my point. How the girls always take up for Chris Brown, who actually has done offensive things to the main group who are his fans.
Are we talking
I
about
want all of that. I want all of that smoke for Tyra.
are we talking
directed
about
towards
Tokyo
the men
Vanity?
actually needed. Correct.
Are we
Yeah.
talking?
Okay, but I'm sure they have to look a certain way. But okay.
Oh, child.
Tokyo wouldn't bother me. I think Tokyo Vanity is a cute girl. From what I remember on Love and Hip Hop, she dressed nice as well. She could be in my section.
She,
I don't have a problem
I
with
like
people.
her.
She could read the girls down.
She'd be well. She'd be in your section.
She could come in my section. I like her. I'm not, the girls like to call me a mean girl, and I'm Regina George. I have friends of all persuasions, and that look like, I don't discriminate.
That's true. No discrimination in the dog.
I don't defend anything anyone has taken accountability. Well, I just told you
Monet, she was not.
none of the things that I just mentioned. I don't have smoke for or never mind. I don't have smoke for Tyra, but I know y'all was swinging at everyone. I wasn't swinging. If it don't apply, let it fly. I said what I said. I am constantly arguing with women about men who are abusive and amongst other things. I said what I said. So if you want one of them women, let it fly.
I agree with the chat though. Tokyo is annoying.
Tokyo is annoying, but she beat up Akbar, so
she was not the only girl that said that. It was another girl that said that. But y'all could be hung up on Tokyo Vanity, whatever the girl name is.
She beat up Akbar, so she's good in my book. So
and how many people has Chris Brown beat up?
Well, we ain't talking about that.
The people love to call the Virgos mean. They do. And we don't be mean. We just be facts. Facts are facts. Facts are facts. Correct. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
Leave him alone. We don't.
For the people watching at home, while we are living in a world where Epstein files are coming out, and y'all precious Naomi Campbell was named in numerous times, I believe, not just once. I think she was finding girls for them over on the island. Let's direct our anger and our accountability to the people who need it, who have been acting up and doing crazy stuff. That's all I'm saying. Y'all be elevating nasty people.
Not elevating nasty people.
Y'all lift up nasty bitches and mean girls. Not pretty people like me, Tyra, and Beyonce that try
pretty people. And why is she on that list looking like Wendy Williams today?
Oh,
Tyra in that documentary, girl gone.
Wendy Williams wish. Tyra looked nice. You tried it. She looked better than Candace.
We got sent a video already in the chat. One of our chats are talking about and somebody going off on Tyra told her to go back to acting school because of the lack of accountability, the lack of empathy,
Exactly.
the lack of
Thank you.
feeling and stuff in your interviews. We already know what the videos are going. What
Thank
is she
you.
supposed to be crying? Is she supposed to be like
I mean, I don't understand.
what's supposed to happen? I'm confused.
It
The
happened-
lady literally took accountability for some things.
She
That's
ain't
what I
took
heard,
it.
or she maybe not all the things that
And
people
then backpedaled and pea pops.
some
But
things.
I'm sure he was
I-
born after 2000.
I
y'all want Tyra to take accountability for the fashion industry, but y'all literally make excuses for abusers like their father wasn't around, or they were abused when they were a kid, or like all of
And
these
I know
things.
you referring to R. Kelly, so please stop it.
It's not just R. Kelly. Y'all, the people do this for all the abusers.
I want to see. Wait. Let me see if it's showing up here. Boom, boom. No, it's not.
Yes, Tim, get into the thumbnail. And when I close this for the Clubhouse girls who up, I'm making I'm gonna make a Clubhouse room. Did the girls watch?
Can we
the
play this?
Marvel- Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
No, what was you saying? I'm sorry.
I was gonna see if I could share something. I just want to hear this critique because I want to hear this critique we got sent because I
What you
just want to hear
saying?
what the girls are saying. Oh wait, where's the?
I saw somebody on my Instagram put on their note. I am after that documentary. I am forever through with Tyra Banks. Huh?
Okay.
Like, I truly do not understand what all of this smoke for Tyra is coming from. I don't understand.
Oh yeah,
And
somebody.
Tyra. First of all, Tyra Banks, girl, you need to go back to whatever acting teacher you used to prep for this interview because the lack of empathy, the lack of accountability, the lack of any emotion in anything that you were saying, like it was giving pure bullshit. Like that
Exactly.
ice cream you selling, you dummy. The only people who actually seemed like they actually had reflected on their time on the show and like how they contributed to it were Nigel, Jay,
I agree with
Jay.
that.
Like those three genuinely actually, you could tell that like, hey, like, yes, there were some things that I was complicit in during this time of the show that I'm not proud of. And like, you know, we live and we learn. But this hoe right here in her little Inspector Gadget trench coat, damn, ooh. Like Tyra, keep it. Like, girl, we see you for who you are. Like, not one. You had so many opportunities to try to be like a human, but you sat up there looking like, where is Carmen Sandiego? And just
That
like
part.
spew bullshit. You
And why
and
he
Ken
look
Ma
like-
can kiss. Ooh, but
And he
I'm
looked
not
like
even listening to the rest of that. Like
But
what?
Nigel said he didn't say anything wrong.
Right.
So Nigel taking accountability for anything.
I was like, what is he talking about? What did the other people so reflect
Ni-
on that?
Nigel was foul too.
and Jay Manuel didn't really take accountability. He was real dry.
yeah.
To me. Tyra
Yeah.
looked like she actually was about to get emotional with one of the things. I don't know if it was Kenya or with Tiffany. I disagree.
I'm confused but they were saying all similar things. She said the same exact thing, like stuff we did at that time, like we did. But like, it's good to look back and all these, you know. She didn't say she did acknowledge some things were not right or not.
These people are from a certain age group. They have no nuance.
It's exactly what Queso Ray said to me. I feel this way with women and just film people in general. Because to me, if you gay and too feminine, the people don't like you either. It's always easy to just blame a woman. Meanwhile, men doing all this ruckus.
He named all the men. All the men took accountability. Apparently.
What about Les
Oh, we
Moonves?
played
Les Moonves was the head of the network.
Sure was.
For Les, Mr. Les, that I don't know ethnic people on my show.
Who is that?
Julie Chen's
husband on my show.
Is that what? That's why they went and found Giselle.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And correct, Tim. Carmen San Diego is stunning, so that's not an insult.
Absolutely.
Correct.
That was my
And,
I used to love for Carmen.
and I'm gonna say it because he could come for me, and he was ugly. So, honey, no one cares. No one asks you what your opinion about what anybody look like, because you wasn't looking like nothing. You look like Frogger. I don't know what it is. People, I don't know why people just do not like Tyra. She might have did some goofy stuff on her show, but who ain't did something goofy and
It's
been
because
for a long time? If people like Candace Dillard Bassett,
ah,
you not like Tyra Lynn Banks.
what does Candace Dillard have to do with anything?
Because she doesn't provide anything positive, nothing. She not even funny. Like she not
To
solid,
you, to
not
you,
Y'all about to go
aspirational.
at it. We
To
about to
you.
get this production. All right, kiddos. I think we're gonna have to move it to Clubhouse if we want to continue.
Yeah, we sure do. Come on, let's go. Cause you want
And
to
I
twirl
like
some.
this in the last comment. If Tyson Beckford was the host of America's Next Top Model, this would be different. It would be totally different. They
No,
would have
what?
every excuse. Oh, he was they would be saying what we're saying. Oh no, it's the industry. It wasn't Tyson Beckford. Watch. Tyson Bedford could have groped the girls, and they would make every excuse. He fine. Tyson Bedford ain't got the assault nobody. You know they would have jumped through
Well,
every.
hell, when they replace Nigel with this same old ugly judge, it's the same thing later on. But that's a whole nother subject. They ain't even talk about that.
Y'all needed a tire to say, I'm a horrible person. I don't deserve to do anything in life. I've ruined all these girls' lives. Everything is my fault. And that would
Go
have been
ask your
the
mama to do it
These
first.
girls had everything, and I made them have nothing. They came from extreme wealth and prosperity.
I tell you, I treat Tyra like I do the Drag Race girl. It's the same thing. Everybody want to come for RuPaul about every little single thing. A girl, don't sign up for the show or go home.
Have y'all watched? Speaking of that, have y'all watched the latest episode of
Sure
Drag Race?
have.
Yes, I cried.
Oh, Vita.
I cried bad.
I know, but I didn't feel.
But she deserved
she
it.
was not bringing it. She was bringing it on the runway.
y'all-
I didn't want her to, even though the last runway wasn't that great.
Y'all know, Juicy didn't know them words, but
I said
She
that.
she did
She
not.
didn't know a single lyric.
But
But that's-
RuPaul might keep it. She's not showing the it factor beyond the runways.
well, we agree there. See how easy it is, mother.
Huh? What's easy?
See how
You said
we
you're easy, sir?
we agree.
Who?
Me and the Parkers agree on some things.
Oh,
See,
that's cute.
it's not controversial like you make it, but I love you though.
Okay.
All right. Well, love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging in there.
Yes,
This was
thank
fun.
you. 2 hours. I was looking at the views. We got the views. The girls came to watch. Y'all better. I bet
So
it
yeah,
better be as many likes as it is views. I lost a subscriber. How I lose a subscriber? Some hating asshole.
so y'all gonna watch the other documentary?
What's the
Yeah, I
other?
sure am. I gotta see what old plastic face Janice Dickinson got to say.
And
Oh,
Miss
she's doing the
Lisa,
documentary.
uh-huh,
Oh, E.
and Miss Lisa, girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, her
Okay.
long nose witch
But
stuff.
we'll do a follow up. So
Yeah,
that
we
we'll be doing when does that come out?
March 1st, I believe.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
stunning. You got a couple weeks. We'll be doing a follow up.
And then we got nasty ass Claudia Jordan talking about the Price is Right. We don't care, girl.
Oh, she's the one talking about the Price is Right.
Yeah, we don't care, girl.
Okay.
I do want to see that.
I do want to see the Price is
Bob
Right
Barker
one.
was nasty.
Yeah, I do want to see that one.
Well,
You believe that?
Oh, yeah, I knew that back a long time ago. That's OT.
Yeah,
was this still picking up my audio? My mic was on my hoodie that I took off.
We can hear you.
Oh, it's done. Her clit has left her body. Girl,
Kim.
hear nothing about Claudia. Hold on, let me close out properly, sir. Don't do too much. You are a guest in the church.
Sorry about that.
You're not even a member of the church, honey. You are a guest.
I'm a
Thank
member
you
now.
all for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to both channels. We are trying to get monetized, honey. Like the video, hype the video, comment, and share. Be on the lookout for church announcements and our follow-up. Do we need to talk about? I saw Jesse Wu put out a video. Are we gonna talk about Love is Blind?
Yes, but because it's a mess.
You might not even need to, child. We can figure it.
I was gonna say I will watch.
The new episodes come out Wednesday. So
have y'all watched all 6 episodes? Because I have a problem.
Like if we want to do something tomorrow, like on before it gets to the new ones, or if we want to wait to the new ones, I don't know.
I would like to be a part of that if you don't mind, because I have a problem. I have several problems.
You always got a problem.
No, but this really made my head hurt. Like seriously.
I think Monet. I think it's good. We'll wait until the next drop, and we'll just jump in.
Okay.
It's been
and we'll talk. I'm gonna open the room because Roland gonna keep us talking. We about to close out.
I ain't said nothing. I'm quiet.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. Yes, we enjoy Roland. Now this you got correct.
We got it together.
I enjoy.